penetrates and misses the little short jump. Starks on the penetration, and the Knicks take a 3-point lead.
You look at, he's got longer arms than Oakley, but Oakley can do that.
Whoa! Tough shot by Oakley. He's pushed down by Chris Mills. A 3-point opportunity.
Charles Oakley, when he's on the top of the floor and you get the double team, normally he spots up. This time he cuts to the basket, and Chris Mills was slow in his rotation. When you trap that ball, Bob, you cannot allow that pass to go to the opposite block. You've got to get that guy around in front to prevent that pass. That just breaks your total defense down.
Chris Mills picked up his second foul there, goes to the bench, and Danny Ferry is in. Anthony Mason has checked in for the New York Knicks. It's the Knicks team, unless they're over the penalty so early. Ewing. Tough shot inside.
Patrick has got 2 moves now that he's established on that low block on the right side. He will come in and he will try to throw his arms up and under to draw a foul, or he will fade back and shoot the little 1-footer. That time he leaned in, and Hot Rod Williams had to be careful not to foul him.
Anthony defending Coulter. Coulter played college basketball at New Mexico State. Down to Tyrone Hill. Power move in the lane. Missed the little short jump hook.
You can see they're not double teaming him. They're allowing Oakley to play him straight up. They don't want to free up the perimeter shooting.
Starks sees the opening and then draws the foul. Not trying for it with 1.5 seconds left. Oakley for 3. 27-24 New York.
These are the kind of shots that really break your back. Cleveland has played a terrific first quarter. They were within 3, and Oakley hits the big shot. A very emotional play.
Emotional first quarter. The Knicks 27-24. Oakley 9. Campbell pulls up the quick shot. Ewing pulls down the defensive board. The Knicks 31-26. Harper, and this is the biggest lead of the game for New York. A lead of 7. Timeout, Cleveland. Stripped by Oakley. Saved by Oakley. This is Hubert Davis against Ferry. To the left hand, and the foul.
Hubert Davis came into this league and they said the kid is a standstill spot-up shooter. He has developed an excellent right-to-left crossover move and finish with his left hand. But who keys it all? My man Charles Oakley. Look at him, the strip, diving for the loose ball, gets his team possession.
12, Ewing. Bounce pass, Mason for the jam, and the Knicks go up by 14.
You got to be real careful here. They're taking the heart out of Cleveland. Right now, Cleveland's got to regroup. They got to think about in the last 5:40, maybe getting this down to about a 6.
10 on the shot clock for Starks. Ewing draws the quick double team. Look at this man, though, is Oakley. Where's the rotation?
They're screening that guy. Remember, I illustrated it a while ago, and what they're doing is they're cutting that weak guy from the weak side right to the basket.
Ewing has 4 assists already because that play has been so open. Price with a penetration. Ferry.
They need this.
Gets the 3.
Tonight, very uncharacteristic.
And a turnover like that often results in the easy basket at the other end, and Patrick Ewing has 6 rebounds and 12 points.
If Cleveland's going to run, they have to be certain. If it's close, they got to pull it back.
Danny Ferry off the screen.
Well, he's been the one bright spot off the bench. He's given them, what, 8 points tonight?
Cleveland to within 11 now. Oakley, long range. To Oakley, almost stolen. Charles Smith. Spin move inside. Season. Ewing. And out of there, Oakley. Oh. Range. Knicks get the ball. Harper on the run. He sees an opening and scores past John Williams.
See what Derek Harper's doing? He's keeping the pressure on Mark Price when he has the ball. He's making him play both ends. He's working him on this end, and then he's coming back and attacking him on the offensive end, making him use energy.
Phils, defended by Starks, blows right by him, double clutch, tough shot, won't fall. Offensive boards kept alive until Charles Smith regains Possession for the Knicks.
Knicks looking to put on a little emotional surge right now. Cleveland got to be careful once again. Can't keep playing uphill.
Knicks had a 15-0 run in the second quarter. Harper for three. That's a big one, 61-47, and Harper has 10 points.
The problem with Cleveland is, again, they can't keep playing from behind.
To try a three because there was only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Starks. Oakley. Knicks match their biggest lead of 16. Oakley has 17. Who's going to score for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Will somebody step forward, please? Price with the penetration. Phils from way downtown. Oakley stolen by Phils. Excellent defensive player, leads the team in steals.
Right now, New York could give them the knockout punch. If they could push this to 20, or they're really going after Mark Price.
Oakley with the steal. Starks dishes to Harper from the corner. 18-point lead by New York. That's a two. Fratello takes a 20-second timeout. He told us today, he says, first stripped again, 3-on-2, Harper. The Knicks lead is the biggest of the game. They're up 20, 67-47. Steve Olter also is going to come in 7 to Houston last year. They think this will be their last hurrah with this group of players. Ewing from Oakley. Technical foul.
I don't think Patrick cares, do you?
Hanging on the rim. The crowd doesn't care either. Whoa, baby.
That was total execution. Screen roll and then screen the screener. Ewing set the screen. He rolls and someone steps up and back picks for him. And there it is. No one talks. Charles Smith screens and no one on the weak side. No pressure on the... Both teams won on the other team's courts. And right now for Cleveland, I think what they have to do is they have to start thinking about finding season long when their opponents have scored 100 points or more. So not a team that's going to throw up a lot of points.
Starks. 12 minutes left to play in the first playoff game for these two teams and of the 1990. Basketball on Broadway, and the Broadway Bullies are having their way tonight, 76-56. The Knicks leading by 20. For Cleveland at the buzzer, and lob into Ewing from Oakley. They'd be on the run. And the foul. Now the Knicks looking as though they're driven here in this ball game tonight.
You know, the great thing about living in New York is we see
explosive, and they match up very well with most teams.
Okay, enjoy the rest of the game.
Right. All right.
Anthony Mason with the basket. I can still... 30 merciful seconds remaining in this game. The Knicks led 27-24 at the end of one, took a 16-point second quarter lead, built it up to 26 in the second half, and Cleveland has just been unable to find a way to score. Only Danny Ferry could get anything done offensively for the Cavaliers here tonight. The Knicks will just dribble it out, and the Cavaliers will let it go. Patrick Ewing had another big game. Charles Oakley was a monster on the boards and on scoring. He had a couple of big steals in the game. And the Knicks are showing that they have the hunger to defend their Eastern Conference championship as they open up with a big win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, the number 3 seed versus number 6. And let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Patrick, you obviously made a presence. You made a statement here in Game 1. Well, we came out with a lot of intensity, a lot of focus, and we got the job done. You know, we wanted to jump on them early and just keep it going. I think that we did that tonight.
We talked about your physical health, the hamstring, your ankle, but emotionally, you guys are ready for this challenge.
Oh, definitely. You know, I'm a little banged up right now, but you know, I feel fine. I just got to, you know, keep on getting treatment on it and just keep on plugging away.
Your defense against Mark Price, you were even out there double teaming him. That was a key, taking him out, making him work.
Definitely. That was, you know, that's my job. You know, they using hot rod. I'm playing hot rod to pick and roll with him, so I have to try and contain him and just at least, you know, let him use a lot of energy.
Big night for Patrick Ewing. Also at halftime, he is honored for the 7th straight year as the Knicks Player of the Year. Back to Bob and Doug.
Thank you, Craig. And by the way, received $5,000 award for Player of the Year, and he has donated it to the Oklahoma City Bombing Fund for the folks in the tragedy in Oklahoma City. Our Budweiser Player of the Game, Charles Oakley. Doug, you liked him when you had him in Chicago, and he looks like he's ready for the playoffs here in '95.
Well, the reason I like Charles is because you know what you're going to get from him every single night. You're going to get effort. You're going to get energy. Tonight you got statistics, and I thought he set the tone early. He threw himself around in the paint. He put his body on Tyrone Hill. He muscled him off the block. And Charles Oakley, I thought really tonight, really set the tone for this playoff run of New York now here the other night.
Mills for Hill. So Tyrone Hill, who had a 2-for-10 game and was yanked early third quarter, gets right to it at the start. The Knicks shooting 63% in game one. That's their best shooting performance of the season. Ewing. And the game is tied at 2. The Knicks also out-rebounded Cleveland 41-28. The Cavaliers shot only 39%, and their shot selection was uncharacteristically poor. This is a team that usually takes smart shots. Here is Mills driving the lane. So Mills, who was up from the field in the third quarter.
That's the first time that the Cavaliers have gone to a pick-and-roll situation, trying to keep the floor spread.
John Starks hammering the three. John Starks, during the regular season, set a new NBA record for most three-point. Came up short. Oakley. Starks. Cavaliers 17. The Knicks 12. And Mike Fratello wants a timeout. He's very...
Match that.
Oakley. The Cleveland lead is now 3, a 7-0 run by the Knicks. Oakley hitting the outside shot. He's 2 of 2. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left, first quarter. Price had it knocked away. Starks chased by Phil. 9 unanswered points by the Knicks.
All set up with the aggressive trap on Mark Price. That's what I was talking about a little earlier. Mark Price trying to make something happen when it's not there.
Cavaliers have not scored the last 8 possessions. Another bad pass. Mark Price with 6 turnovers the other night. Then Price Starks in the backcourt with Ewing, Oakley, and Mason up front. Cavaliers 21 of the Knicks 16. Ewing. Patrick Ewing to the fadeaway. How about also wants more money for playing center, which may hit people in a strange way. You recall he signed that enormous $28 million contract. Hubert Davis with a second from down.
Success.
And the native of Cleveland, Charles Oakley, continues to hurt his hometown club with the outside shot. Charles Oakley played high school ball with John Jay in Cleveland. Beautiful move by Mark Price, and the Cavs lead by 6.
Well, Mark Price said, the heck with the high picks. That's not working. They've been banging me around like a pinball. That time, he just challenged Harper, daring him to put his hands on him. He blew by him in the lane.
Oakley now guarded by Cage. Campbell on Davis, then they double up. Harper. Derek Harper benefiting from the good ball movement, and it's a 34-30 Cavalier advantage.
Not to beat the dead horse, but that time the passing was crisp and sharp, and right there in the tee to load up and shoot the ball.
A Cleveland turnover leading to this. Hubert. It is a 20-second timeout taken by Cleveland, and apparently now they have changed to a full.
Well, now with a little more.
4:20 to go in this first half. Here's Hopper. Nicely done by Derek Hopper. His second field goal. He has 4, and the Cavs lead 36-34.
And immediately Mike Fratello going to the end of his bench there to get Chris Mills up and ready. He did not like the way the Cavaliers rotated defensively to give that wide open driving lane to Derek Harper.
Michael Cage again. Michael Cage, who was signed as a free agent by the Cavaliers. Oakley with the opening. And Charles Oakley is on fire. He has hit 4 for 4 for 8 points.
Well, he's effective from that range up at the top, and Charles has been keeping the ball moving. When he takes a little care with the pass, he has gotten the ball to the other side of the floor with some effectiveness.
Cavaliers lead by 1. Oakley is now 13 for 16 in the 2 games this series. Bobby Fifth. Starks. John Starks brings the Knicks within 2.
And that's a good.
The Knicks with 17 turnovers. Cavaliers with 13. The game is tied at 47. 3 minutes in, third quarter. Mills. Nice hesitation move, but could not finish. Kept alive by Phillips. And Mason sweeps it. From the line. The Knicks with a 2-point lead. Ewing. Patrick Ewing from way out. He has not been getting the kind of on Thursday night. Knicks 52, Cavaliers 49. The lead for Ewing. He lost it. Open shot for Williams. Back. He thought he was fouled. 3-on-1. Oh, the sloppy play at both ends continues, but the Knicks take advantage, and they now lead by 3.
Mark Price is livid as he had some open floor there, but Patrick Ewing came from behind and either fouled him, and according to Mark Price he did, or knocked that ball loose to turn into the easy basket.
7 turnovers by Price. Mills with the open 3. Oakley keeping it alive. He thought he was fouled. No call made. He might be hit. Yes, he will. He's hit with a technical. Too much from Charles Oakley, embarrassing the official, getting in the face of Tommy Nunez, and no question about it.
Well, Charles Oakley, who does not have a
minutes remaining in the 4th. Patrick Ewing also getting set to return. Here's Mason off the fake. And it's tied the game at 72.
Little misdirection there and a nice feed by Hubert Davis, as that time Mason had perfect position in the paint to execute the spin move on Mills.
Quiet game for Mason offensively. That's only a second field goal, but he has not been forcing the issue. 4 minutes to go in the 4th. Starks for 3. The Knicks lead by 1. Jumping out of Price. Williams. Mason with the rebound. The Knicks with the ball and a 1-point lead. 3:25 remaining. 4th quarter. Ewing. Smith. Charles Smith. The Cavaliers calling for time.
Well, on the last 2 offensive possessions for New York, starting to play on one side of the floor, making the defense react, double team, and then swinging it to the other side, and that's when both of these teams have been most effective.
You're watching the NBA.
Well, this crowd has been playoff ready since the Knicks stepped on the court for the pregame warm-ups on Thursday night prior to Game 1. And the Knicks with that 7-0 run now lead 80-77. 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Williams with a strong move. Able to cut around Patrick Ewing, and he brings the Cavaliers within one.
I asked one of the Knicks coaches if John Williams ever goes to his left. He said once about every 3 years. I guess that was it.
10 points for Williams. Ewing now played by Mills, goes right at him. Cavaliers hoping to bring it back to Cleveland, tied at 1. Ewing, rebound Mills, he lost it. And Ewing on the recovery. The Knicks with a new 24. Starks. Ewing. Off the double team, got it to Harper. Shot clock at 7. Harper. Mason. And Mason called for steps.
Well, now
10, no. Mills fired and hits. Mills with another 3. And the 20 seconds to go. And a call against the Knicks. Offensive foul on John Starks to give the ball back. The Cleveland Cavaliers have tied the series at 1 with a 90-84 victory.
He wishes he had made that pass. Harper pulls up. That gives the Knicks the lead. Davis. That's his total in games 1 and 2. Good ball fake. Tyrone Hill with the drive and draws the foul. Tello said they're going to have to do something about it. It's not much worse. It's much worse than having an injury. Ewing on the baseline drive. Those are some of the things that happen in an NBA season that fans don't always hear about.
And we didn't know about it after game 1, or we would have let everybody know until we read about it in the paper. It's like they were trying to keep it quiet. That had a big impact on that game 1.
Hot rod. Anthony's and Mason's on this one. Starks buries a 3, and that'll tie the game at 63.
Streaky, you get the timeout. You realize you got to keep Starks out of the game. They move him in to get to the rotation.
Price still resting on the bench. Ewing slips inside. Good delivery from John Starks. Knicks back by 1. How long will they leave Mark Price on the floor? Trailing by 1 with 8:51 to go now.
Well, you don't want to give up the dunk to Patrick Ewing. If anything, they can make the jump shot over you. Tyrone Hill got locked in, and Ewing had great post position. The pass was right on time.
Needing some strength inside, and they need Mark Price on the floor. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Mills working to get it off his dribble. Tough turnaround, loose ball. Cage gets the roll in the bounce.
Those are the shots that he was making in New York the other night. So the ball is being very kind to Michael Cage right now. It hit about 3 sides of the rim in the backcourt before it dropped in.
First 2 for the night for him. Both teams with players in foul trouble. Anthony Mason on the shot clock. There's the screen on the baseline. Phil's on the drive. Nothing there. Phil's has had a nightmare shooting the ball. He's 1 for 10. Starks! Foul on the drive.
Boy, oh boy, was that a fearless dash from end to end by John Starks. That was a possessed move right there, Bob.
In the corner, he's going to take it inside. Offensive foul, Bobby Phills.
Boy, it's been a tough night for Bobby Phills as well. All right, he'll pull for 3 here.
Ferry.
There it is, right there for 3.
Not on. New York wins, but they got the look. That's all you can say. They got the open shot. It did not go down, and the Knicks have taken a 2-1 lead in this first round in the Eastern Conference. You can't ask for a more intense basketball game than the one we saw tonight. Doug, you said this is what to look for. Here it is.
It's exactly right. You run in there, Danny Ferry. He shoots the 3. It's right on line, just a little bit short, and that's how close you are to being up 2-1 instead of down 2-1. Look at Pat Riley going, oh my gosh, did we dodge something there? And look at Mike Fratello, the look on his face. It's like, if it goes, I coached a great game. If not, I lost.
And my stomach doesn't get any better.
Look at Mike right there. He did everything right. He used the clock right. He had his team in a perfect position to win the game, and the shot just didn't go.
There Derek Harper for three. No, Patrick Ewing, another rebound. Off to John Starks. Starks kicks it to the right wing to Oakley. His jumper falls. Charles Oakley on the board. His first two. Another try by Oakley from the top of the circle. Harper all the way into the paint, back outside. John Starks, his first three-point attempt of the night. It goes. First points of the night for John Starks. Gets that New York lead up to 9.
Well, New York's been a funny team all year. You never know what you're going to get, and mainly because of John Starks, because he's going to shoot those shots whether they go in or not.
Trying to get it down low, Tyrone Hill. Rejected by Ewing, but they're going to call goaltending. Give the basket to Tyrone Hill, his first points of the night.
The weak side help that time by New York was very slow. You see, Charles Oakley is fronting Tyrone Hill, and Tyrone Hill was able to things that Mike Fratello was complaining about. He says against New York, you have to seize your opportunities when you get them.
John Starks answers with another one.
It's interesting.
21-13.
When you talk to both of these coaches, they both say the same things about their teams. Seizing opportunities, hitting open shots, executing.
And not holding on to the ball too long when that open shot opportunity comes. It's not going to be there long.
Good point, Pete. They have to get in seams.
Bobby Phil's trying to blow past Starks, gets it inside to Tyrone Hill. Michael Cage, the offensive rebound and putback. Cage on the board, his first two. It's 21-15 New York. And still almost 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. So we're going to have a lot more points scored in the first quarter of this one than we expected. Charles Smith lost the ball, but still got it to fall. His first field goal. He has 3 points.
Pete, that time the double team was a little late, and Charles Smith, who has been playing well in this series, was able to split it and get a nice, easy score.
23-15 New York. Inside the Hill. Smith got a hand on the ball. So did Patrick Ewing. Michael Cage. Rebound pulled away by New York. Starks to Oakley. He's got Hill behind him, and Oakley comes up short. Thought he got fouled by Tyrone Hill.
Actually, that's not much of a complaint from Charles Oakley. Normally, you can hear that squeal all the way over here if he really thought he got fouled. He just kind of put that in the notch.
Mills dishing outside to Phils, and he rattles the jumper home. Bobby Phils with 4 points, a 6-point New York lead. And a timeout will be taken here by the New York Knicks with 1:42 remaining, and the Knicks up by 6. Patrick, and we're going to get a... Well, they're going to say the ball still belongs to New York. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Play down to Patrick. And he's fouled by Michael Cage and got the basket to fall, giving him 7 points.
That's a pretty good thing.
Harper shaking free of the double team. Good move by Derek Harper. Gives New York its biggest lead of his first quarter.
Well, base for the shot.
Derek Harper stops and fires a three-pointer over Chris Mills. Second three-pointer of the game for Harper. He has 10 points.
Well, see, Mills is a little dismayed because he says, I know that I played good defense there.
Or to Hubert Davis, rather, shaking himself free of Chris Mills. And Hubert Davis has his first two of the game.
Well, there's a certain little level of intensity that Cleveland must play at and overachieve to be in games against teams of this caliber, and they're not playing at that intensity at this point.
Double team on Ferry again. Colter takes it baseline. He gets doubled. Back outside, Danny Ferry hits the three.
Open shots. Both coaches want open shots to be made.
New York by 8. 9.5 minutes to go. First half. Outside, Anthony tries a three. Short. Offensive board. Mason trying to muscle it back in. Camp trying to get it back again. Out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Cavaliers. And a timeout will be shake free. Gives it back to Charles Smith. Baseline jumper, no. Hot Rod Williams. Cage. You don't mind giving Michael Cage that shot.
No. And you're right, Pete. Cleveland's done an outstanding job on Ewing in this series. Cleveland player anywhere near the offensive boards.
So New York is down into the boards in all 3 games in this series, and doing so again tonight. A 3-pointer for Derek Harper. That is his 3rd 3-pointer tonight. He has 13 in the first half, and the Knicks have built that lead back up to 11. Harper hasn't missed. He's 5 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from three-point land. Chris Mills coming around the screen, hits wide open. Starks drills a 3. All the 3-point shots we've seen in this game.
Those are what I call measured shots. When you give a good shooter time to measure a shot, not break his rhythm, not force it, not shoot it over a hand in his face, but a good open measure. In this league, those shots are going down.
That is 6 3-point baskets for the New York Knicks tonight. Ron Williams, no. Harper the rebound. Derek Harper having a superb first half for the New York Knicks. He has rebounded. He has shot the ball well. Has not missed, in fact. 13 points, including 3 3-pointers. Oakley over to Smith. Good ball movement.
Talking about when I talk about measured shots. You see that? There's good rhythm. There's a wide open look at the basket. A window that you're going to go through.
Price nowhere to go with it. Back outside. Danny Ferry drills another 3.
That's what he does best, and he's been doing it very well throughout this first round of the playoffs.
Particularly in Game 3 in the 3rd quarter when he came off the bench for 8 quick points. Now Starks tries and hits his 4th 3-pointer.
Well, you know John Starks is an emotional player. When he goes out and hits early 3s, that's very good for the Knicks, and it's a problem for the Cavaliers.
Starks now 4 3-pointers, 4 to 5. 49-38 New York. Ferry to Price coming around the pick. Knicks have done a great job keeping Mark Price from.
I believe injuries are back.
Hey, Derek Harper throws his hands up in the air after go 3rd quarter. Patrick Ewing draws the double. They swing it around to Smith to Harper. Harper open. And as long as he stays hot, New York has nothing to worry about. 22 points for Derek Harper.
Well, because of the rotations, the way Cleveland is playing him is.
Derek Harper. Can he keep it going? Derek Harper. His 6th 3-point basket of the night. Saved by Charles Oakley. That is 7 3-pointers for Derek Harper. That is just one off the NBA playoff record. 78-62. Derek Harper having the playoff night of his life. Quarter ends. The New York Knicks have upped their lead to 16.
Green and roll.
Anthony Mason to Ewing. Back outside Starks. Another 3-point basket for the New York Knicks.
Well, that hurt. That hurt.
That's 5 threes tonight for John Starks, accounting for all 15 of his points.
If you're Mike Fratello, that hurts. If you're Pat Riley, it's exactly what the doctor ordered.
New York 13 of 20 from beyond the stripe. 65% 3-point shooting night. Rebound Mason. But it's an uphill battle right now for the Cavaliers because the New York Knicks are beginning to feel it.
Well, that didn't help the little soliloquy that I just gave very much.
9-76, 13-point lead. Williams trying to get it to Tyrone Hill. The turnover gives it back to Derek Harper. Wants to run some clock now as we get down to the 2-minute mark.
2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes remain in the fourth.
Starks coming around the screen. Back to Mason. Back outside Starks. He'll try yet another 3. This one misfires. Offensive rebound Mason.
Now, you know Derek Harper's going to make sure they use the clock. Even if they didn't score and just ate up a lot of clock would be very good for him.
But it was not enough to knock off the New York Knicks, who win this best-of-5 series 3 games to 1. Final score tonight, Knicks 93. Cavaliers 80.
The New York Knicks 93, the Cleveland Cavaliers 80, and the New York Knicks win the series 3 games to 1.
And an indication, Dick Versace, of just how much respect these two teams have for each other. A lot of the Knicks players, before heading back to the locker room, over to shake hands with the Cavaliers players and with the coaching staff of the Cavs.
Yeah, that's the way it should be done.
A look at tonight's Budweiser Player of the Game. Not much question about it. Derek Harper, one shy of the playoff record with 7 3-pointers, 30 points tonight, the most he has scored all season. And right now, Derek Harper is with Reggie Theus. Reg?
All right, I'm over here. Derek Harper, great basketball game. It was a repeat of Game 1. You guys came out and took control of the game, but with an up-tempo style.
That's extremely important against this basketball team. They want to play a slow game. They want to walk the basketball up the court, and they want to get you caught up in that game. I think tonight we did a great job of pushing the ball, looking for easy opportunities, and we were knocking down our shots. That always helps.
Well, you were definitely knocking down your shots. It wouldn't have mattered if they had a hand in your face, eyes closed. You were just on fire.
Well, you know how it is. Sometimes you feel good with your shot, and you know, I just made up my mind tonight to come out and be a little bit aggressive, and things worked out well for me and the team.
Well, it's a great win for you. Now you're looking ahead to Indiana, right?
That's for sure. They want us, so here we are. We'll see what happens.
All right, this is Derek Harper back over.
In the lives of America's youth.
Welcome back to New York, and any other coach in NBA. Oaks and F. Rush, the officials, the game underway. These two teams have met the last 3 seasons in the playoffs, and if familiarity breeds contempt, this is contempt on court. Ewing's forced shot won't go, and Smith's the rebound.
The Knicks will definitely try to get Smith in foul trouble. That's always been a nemesis for him.
Smith's dishing to McKee for the layup.
Smith's playing with so much more confidence. In the past, that would have been a turnover. Smith and Ewing getting very physical early.
Don't you sense that this whole Pacer team plays with more confidence now? Ewing picked off by Reggie Miller. 2-on-2 break. Jackson takes it all the way and lays it in.
And they're certainly showing that confidence that you mentioned, Tom. They had the early meeting this morning. Byron Scott, Reggie Miller doing most of the talking.
Outside shot good by Charles Oakley. Knicks first point.
Penetration by both point guards. A big key in this entire series. Draw the defense in. The spot shooters will have to find the range. There will be no easy baskets at the hoop today.
Miller's shot blocked. Starks brings it the other way. Pacers back, though, on defense. They'll set it up on the half court. Smith found an open lane to the hoop.
Used his quickness. Smith's wise, though, not to pick up a silly foul on a play he has no chance of executing.
Aim tied at 4.
Smith's in the post.
Bumping with Ewing down low on the block. Unable to get position. Now they get the ball to Smith's. The jump hook rims out. Smith's got it back. Wide open shot, good by Dale Davis.
Dale Davis, who has worked relentlessly on developing an offensive game. One of the first players out for the Pacers before every game, trying to get that jumper to fall.
Harper can't get it down. McKee at 6'10" leads the break. No look to Davis, wide open, missed it, tapped it, no good. Finally knocked out of bounds by Charles Smith of New York.
Never in the stat sheet, and then Jackson finding Dale Davis. That play has got to go down. The Pacers playing better early, but if they're going to miss shots like that, they're going to allow the Knicks back in this game.
Davis should have just slammed it, shouldn't he? Ball almost swiped from Miller, and then Ewing rejects. Harper leads the Knicks break. They're 3-on-2. Oakley got it. 4 points early for Charles Oakley.
Block shots by the big guys, Oakley and Ewing, feeding the fast break. You mentioned dunking at the hoop. You have to finish strong, but at this high level, you're going to have very few dunks.
Smith regaining control and laying it in. And New York has its first lead.
Every New York basket has been off a broken offensive play for Indiana, while the Pacers have been better in the set offense.
Miller, his first 2 shots blocked, finally gets one away and hits.
Reggie promised us yesterday that he'd be bad this series.
Last thing he said to us as he left the room we were in talking to him, he said, "I promise I will be bad." Oakley Oakley has been bad early. He has a half dozen points. And the Knicks extend their lead again.
Pacers can live with that. Their biggest concern is Ewing going for huge numbers and getting Smits in foul trouble. Smits wide open in the post.
There's the entry pass. And check.
That's going to be tough to keep anybody in the ball game if they keep calling those fouls.
Jackson with an ill-advised pass, and Starks makes him pay with a layup on the other end.
If Indiana, which has fallen behind by 4, they're not a great comeback team. They basically play their best when they're in the lead. They've got to get New York to play set offense. Everything has been transition.
Ironically, it was Pat Riley yesterday that said we have to keep Indiana from running. It's been the Knicks that have been going up. Harper against Jackson. Oakley open. Out and back through. Oakley's had the hot hand. He's hit all 4 of his shots, and the Knicks lead by 5.
Oakley, who's appearing in his 10th consecutive playoff series. Every year he's been in the league. I can't remember him ever shooting this well.
Smits go to tippy toe.
There's once again guards down the lane.
Harper with a scoop.
To beat the Knicks in any series, any opponent, you've got to deny guard penetration. Ewing, defense.
Right back to McKee, though, who peaks at the shot clock and still plenty of time. Miller. Ewing the board. Quick outlet pass to Starks.
Starks forcing Miller to his left. Tough jumpers. Knicks playing with more patience, trying to build on this 5-point lead.
Harper for 3. Davis the rebound. His 3rd board. Jackson in a hurry. All the way to lay it in. The former Knick burns New York, and it's a 3-point game.
Where is the Pacer defense? Reggie Miller and Mark Jackson just getting beaten to the hoop time and time again.
For a trade. Starks with 7 points now, and the Knicks up 4.
This is a mature New York Knicks team now that realizes that the Pacer front line is arguably equal to the Knicks, and the guards have come through huge.
Smits rebounded by Davis, and
shot and Ewing. A concession basket
with their foul calls, with their whistles trying to get control early. And we asked Anthony Mason about the physical nature of this Pacer series.
I definitely like a physical series. Anytime, it comes down to banging and bumping and strength, I welcome that challenge at any time. So it's something I look forward to. It's something my teammates look forward to. And I really don't believe there's a team as physical as us, but we're going to see come Sunday.
That's what's great about playing against guys like Mason and the rest of the Knicks and the Davis men. They don't complain when you hit them right back.
Shot from the corner by Mitchell goes. Sam Mitchell's first basket puts the Pacers up 5. They're on a 9-0 run.
Patrick Ewing's going to have to get back in this action soon. They've fallen apart since he went to the bench with foul trouble and the technicals.
Anthony for 3.
Anthony, who's played very solid ball as a backup point.
McKee on the low block.
The Knicks are giving up really deep position time and time again. Now, they haven't been wiped out by it because they've been able to erase some of that by blocking some shots and the Pacers missing.
Charles Smith continues to hold the hot hand. He's in double figures.
Charles Smith, a very solid season for him. Injury plagued the previous year, but this year, full 76 games played.
Scott lost it.
Again, penetrators jumping in the air, thinking pass. That's an automatic turnover in this series.
Davis misses a 3. Herb Williams kept it alive, and the Knicks get it back.
Play the shot clock, put some pressure on the Pacers' second unit defense.
Davis again misses a tray. Strong rebound that time by Dale Davis.
Davis, Anthony, and oh, that's a bad foul there.
10 points for Smits.
Penetration and dish. You know that the shot blockers, the Knicks, they will convert on every ball.
Foul call as Anthony streaks to the hoop. It's the first on Mitchell.
Again, Smits doing well to stay out of this foul trouble. Missed the second hit after the initial contact by Mitchell. The back screen as Smits rolls down, and Greg Anthony does a solid job of stepping in and taking that charge.
Second foul on Rick Smits. Patrick Ewing on the Knick bench with 3.
Good time to go right at Smits.
Oakley shows us the outside shot. Charles Oakley has 10. He's hit all 5 of his field goals.
Oakley, who played a career-low 50 games this year, really one of the Iron Men in NBA history in his 10th year, finally hitting his stride for the Knicks after that toe surgery.
Mason deflected it. Starks picks it up. Mason.
Pressure on Mark Jackson, forcing him to take time off the shot clock so they can't get their set offense going.
Knicks have scored 5 in a row. Greg Anthony commits the foul.
Technical foul on Anthony. The players are the ones who haven't changed.
Away from the ball, a foul on Anthony Mason. His second foul.
Trying to feed the post. Derek McKee rolling, working. Mason, very little contact there.
Again, they may be overdoing it. It's sort of disrupting the flow of the game for sure.
Referees read the papers though too. They have heard all the talk about how physical this is going to be.
Are they likely to loosen up later in this game and later in the series? Of course, you may have a different crew calling the other games.
You'll have a different crew almost every game until late in the series when some of these guys will come back. The players have to think about basketball, not think about fouling, not think about physical play. Let the game come to you.
46-39. Crowd chanting during those free throws, let them play. Here's Mason, low post, nice, up and under.
Mason, so strong, so versatile. The perfect footwork, no defense for that play.
Jackson backing in against Harper. Miller off a screen, Starks right with him. Jackson, and a 3-second violation on the Pacers will turn it over to New York.
Overpassing by Indiana. That's why that swing pass by Reggie Miller has to go to Byron Scott as opposed to Mark Jackson. Byron Scott, of course, not in the game, so it'll be very difficult to pass.
Derek Harper with a 3. Harper had 7 trays in that Game 4 30-point performance against the Cavaliers, and the Pacers will call a timeout. 4:49 left until halftime. Knicks getting back in it. Now down just 2. All right, Bob, New York in the midst of a 10-3 run on Indiana.
All without Patrick Ewing on the bench. Knicks continue to play well in his absence as Harper picks up a foul real far from the basket. Harper continuing his beautiful overall play and wins this year after 57 a year ago.
Starks from Oakley. Again, a 2-point game.
Starks focuses in on everything, every part of the game.
Six to shoot. McKee dishes to Mitchell. Good ball movement by the Pacers. Sam Mitchell has a half dozen.
Pacers are doing a good job, although they look a little tentative when they put that ball on the floor going to the hoop. Maybe they're thinking about some hard fouls of their own.
Penetration by Harper. Underneath Mason, muscles it up, no good. And a loose ball foul. Now let's see what the call is. The basket will count. And a Pacer foul on
team concern.
Harper. Good catch made by Mason. Tough pass, and Harper hits the three.
Harper, who hit 7 for 10 threes in the Game 4 clincher over Cleveland, where he shot 66% for the series.
Here's Harper's three that ties the game.
Indiana needs a timeout, needs to regroup. They got a tough lineup in there, matching up Byron Scott with Anthony Mason. The Knicks just passing over the top when the defense collapses. Derek Harper lighting him up from the perimeter.
And Indiana does take a timeout with 2:45 left until halftime. It's a 20-second timeout. Jackson on the floor. Oakley tried to call a timeout as he was sailing out of bounds to prevent the turnover, and he did.
Poor shot.
Back on track and stay in the game. Kind of what's happened today.
It's a team that plays with as much pride as any team in basketball today. They firmly believe that they are the best. Ewing, certainly capable of playing with anyone. Derek Harper and Starks, Oakley and Mason.
Final 2 minutes of the second period. Starks with a step on Miller. Missed it. And it's wrestled away by Indiana.
The Pacers aren't getting clean rebounds. Miller for three.
Miller has just disappeared. That's his first field goal attempt in 14 minutes. Smith answers on the other end. 12 points for Charles Smith, and the lead 4.
The front court shooting in the entire playoffs for the Knicks has been spectacular. Ewing, Mason, Oakley, and Smith all above 50% in the Cleveland series. Magnificent again today.
Knicks lead by 2. Minute 15 to play first half. Starks. Oakley. Partially blocked. Scramble. Oakley got rid of it to Starks for 3.
All set up by guard penetration. Reggie Miller allowing Starks to get to the hoop. The defense collapses, and that's Oakley and Mason and Ewing's game.
Oh, Antonio Holloway rims out. Offensive board, though, by Oakley.
Oakley's having his way with Dale Davis.
Ewing gives it up to Oakley for the jam.
Dale Davis standing and watching. Got to move your feet. Oakley last year made his first all-star team. Made the all-defensive team.
Ewing. Patrick Ewing's 4th point, and the Knicks up 63-58.
The Knicks, who only shot 47% in the regular season, shot well over 50%, almost 52% against Cleveland, and continue to shoot great today as Smits can dunk without leaving the ground.
As he wheeled to the hoop, a strong move by Rick Smits, now with 17 on 8 of 11 shooting.
And the offense continues to flow. You're looking at a game in the 110s.
Oakley's shot, partially blocked, I think, by Davis. Missed anyway, and Jackson takes it for the Pacers.
In the last 2 years, the Pacers have only... Oh, beautiful pass.
That's 2 this half for McKee. As the assist pickup for the 6'10 Pacer small forward. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Miller right around Hubert Davis, and Oakley over to help back rim. Antonio Davis fouled as he goes back up, and Harper and Davis square off, pushing and shoving.
Totally uncalled for by both players. both teams. A hard foul by Derek Harper. Referees sort it out. The offensive rebound. Mason fails to block out in the step through. They're going to call the push in the back by Antonio Davis. That, I believe, is his first technical. But are they going to call a flagrant foul there? Smith's in there trying to break everything up.
The Peacemakers were as dangerous as the Fighters.
There's no love lost between these two teams.
Well, we knew that, and that was the reason the officials tried to establish control with all the fouls in the first half.
And it looked like control had been established.
And Antonio Davis had a technical foul in the first half, I think. So if he's assessed a technical here, he'll be gone.
Antonio Davis is going to shoot him. Okay, we're ejecting Antonio. Wait a minute, come here, Larry. We're ejecting Derek. Okay, now you shoot, you pivot, you shoot for the 2 shots. Plus they get the ball back.
Joey Crawford explaining to both coaches the situation.
Coming back with a double technical.
Larry Brown does not like the result, as Antonio Davis will be ejected if that's his second technical.
Antonio Davis obviously thinks he's been ejected.
All right, now what we're going to do is Pat Riley picks the shooters from the 4 on the floor. All right? Indiana's going to shoot 2, flagrant penalty 1. Then we got double technical fouls on Derek Harper and Antonio. They're both ejected.
So Antonio Davis and Derek Harper are both ejected from the game with their second technical fouls. There was also a flagrant foul called on Harper.
Antonio Davis of New York and Antonio Davis of Indiana and Derek Harper of New York. It is their second technical. In each case, they are both ejected.
A disastrous situation for both teams. Derek Harper, the key point guard. Now it's on to Greg Anthony. And your top sub, your top rebounder, your top scoring sub leaves for Indiana. You're back up to Smits, the guy who's got a box Ewing. Uncalled for. No place in basketball for that.
The officials tried to send the message in the first half. We thought the players had heeded it the way the third quarter began, but obviously not, and it's going to cost somebody dearly. I believe New York perhaps got the worst of the trade. As you said, 2 key players, but Harper's so important to the Knicks attack. He leaves with 10 points and 5 assists. Antonio Davis had only 1 point and 3 rebounds.
But give Greg Anthony credit. Yes, Derek Harper is a first-level player, and Anthony just a substitute at this point in his career, but he has learned how to play well, and he plays his best when it's on the line. It appears to be a doomed situation.
So play resumes, just over 3 minutes left in the third. Pacers up 7 with the ball. Smits turns on Ewing and connects. Smits having a big game, 25 points.
Smits feels at this point that he can do anything. Almost every shot he throws up is going down. Difficult jumpers, turnarounds from 17 feet. Jackson missed a golden opportunity for a steal, but the Knicks turn it right back over. Oakley's packs down the free throws.
So Antonio Davis of Indiana, Derek Harper of New York, disqualified with 2 technical fouls as Ewing rebounds that miss.
Wild shot by McKee. Solid defense, typical of Oakley's play throughout.
Mason almost lost it.
Shot clock.
2 to shoot. Anthony barely hit the iron. Offensive board. Starks for 3.
Fine Fine decision by Ewing. Knowing it's not his offensive day. Let the game come to you. Pass the ball, play some defense, get some rebounds. Pacers are going to have to withstand a furious charge here by the Knicks.
Overshooting. Ewing to get it to Smits. And 4 fouls. That was just the 4th Indiana team foul. Penalty on the Knicks. Starks. Lays it in. Somehow got free to the hoop.
Now there's no shot blocking presence. Smits, yes, at 7'4", is big, but is he the defensive stopper that a Dale Davis and Antonio Davis? No.
Workman lost it as he tried to pass. Picked up by Smith. Final minute of the 3rd.
Reggie Miller and Mark Jackson had control of the game, it seemed like. Then they get taken out.
Mason in traffic. Got it. Lead cut to 3.
Crowd is in it for one of the few times today.
Scott. It rimmed out to Mason.
It has not been Byron Scott's day.
And the Knicks will hold for the final shot of the period. Anthony for 3.
Post up Mason.
Anthony. That's a 3.
Crawl into that championship game to get this done. He did. They got it done. Brilliant performance by the entire Knick team that day.
Anthony Mason. Strong move to the basket to tie the game at 82.
Shuffle off, down screen, and then flash into the post, and the Pacers just can't hold on to the ball.
Anthony whips it inside. Ewing foul as he tried to take it to the basket. There's a donut knocked out of bounds. No foul called. Knicks will get it back with 10 to shoot.
Double screen for Hubert Davis. Reggie Miller. Joe Crawford right on top of it.
New York retains possession. Now 7 on the shot clock.
Miller had a save attempt, but the ball went straight down instead of back and into Starks' legs. Davis's legs, excuse me.
Hubert Davis pumps, shoots over Smits, no good. And Dale Davis has the rebound.
Post up Smits again. Why go away from that?
Miller off a screen. There's the post by Smits against Mason. And Smits gave Mason a shove in the small of the back to pick up. Anthony, penetration and bucket.
Greg Anthony has kept himself together all year. Didn't play a majority of the mid part of the season. Was a regular on the DNP list.
Mason
game by 1 point at the buzzer if you're Indiana.
I suspect they'll take a win here anyway they can get it, but I know what you're saying. Miller had it blocked by Davis, got it back, and missed badly. Here's the outlet, Davis against Jackson. Oh! Hubert Davis laid it in right over Mark Jackson.
The Knicks strategy, honed so well last year in the Eastern Conference Finals, force Reggie Miller left. They can put it on the floor and then stay down. He'll pump the
range. New York leads 89-88.
Number one key to beating the Knicks is to deny the penetration of the guards. The Pacers have not done that today.
Jackson cut off on his penetration. Here's Starks wide open.
No one defends the pick and roll better than the New York Knicks. Ewing steps up, forces the turnover, Starks finishes. The Pacers offense, they're being pushed back on their heels. What you're supposed to do on offense is make the defense be on their heels. The Knicks
double team. Whips it to Anthony for three. Greg Anthony replacing Derek Harper, who picked up 2 technical fouls with a clutch three. He has 13 points. That's his 3rd trade.
The offense has really slowed down. This is the final score of the 7th game, where Ewing had 25 points and 24 points, 22 boards.
Jackson, a penetrating move. The lead is 2.
Trying to get the ball out of Greg Anthony's hand.
Foul on Derek McKee of Indiana as Oakley bulled to the basket. That's 5 on McKee.
Pacers did a nice job at the double team in the backcourt. Ewing looks off the near guy, Oakley, on the slash cut. The defense had to collapse to deny that, and Greg Anthony has come up to get a steal from Mason.
Mason fouled.
Games first, though.
They're within 2.
One game here and there every year. That's just not enough.
Magic number for Indiana to win is usually 100. They have 95.
Shot clock going to be a problem here. Pacers into nothing offensively.
Jackson spins. Blocked. Again missed underneath.
Shot clock. Shot clock.
Shot clock expires. Did the Pacers call a timeout first? Now the discussion. We have a timeout. We'll be back after a word from your local station. Point game.
Now Jackson has got to take advantage of Greg Anthony. Those silly plays by gambling Indiana defense. They got plenty of time left in this game.
You see the game clock on the right of your screen. Ewing turns on Davis and feeds to Mason. And one. Derek McKee is just fouled out of the game.
Ewing, who started the season slow due to the offseason knee surgery, carries his team down the stretch on their relentless pursuit of their first championship in 22 years here in New York. Ewing, the similar pose to the celebration at the end of last year's 7-game series. Just getting started today, though. Tie game. No need to foul in that situation.
And the foul is called with 13.2 seconds. Reggie Miller made a 3, stole the ball.
Miller's going to make, after he sets the screen, he steps behind, makes the first jumper. On the inbound pass, Greg Anthony stumbles, and they can't get it to him. The ball gets stolen. Mason not able to call timeout.
Starks misses. Neither team has a timeout remaining.
Pacers have to box out here if they expect to win this game. Last time, similar situation, Anthony with the offensive board. A make is okay for the Pacers.
Starks misses. Batted around. Ewing has it. His shot, no good. Reggie Miller the rebound and a foul with 7.5 seconds.
And Pat Riley is saying, what is going on here? I normally surefire shooter John Starks, one of the great clutch players in basketball. Streaky, yes, but normally finishes plays like that. Misses 2 free throws. Pacers still can't get the rebound. And now Reggie Miller at the line for 2 free throws after Ewing just a bit long.
Miller has hit 12 of 13 in the game. For only the second time in 16 games here at the Garden against the New York Knicks, Indiana has reached 100 points. They won the other time. Maybe this will be the magic number for them here as well.
This is like Indiana's win in Game 1 at Orlando last year.
Miller hits two.
No timeouts.
Anthony stumbles and falls. Time runs out. Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in the final 32 seconds. Taunting Spike Lee and 19,000 at Madison Square Garden.
One of the most remarkable comebacks in all of basketball. They never gave up, and the Knicks gave them a chance. Missed free throws.
And Dan Hicks has Reggie Miller. Dan?
All right, Tom, just an unexpected turn of events there in the last minute. What was going through your mind? You knew you had to get a quick couple threes.
Well, we knew we had to get a three. We were down by 6. If we got a quick three on that, we knew they had no timeouts. We had to pressure the ball. We overplayed Anthony. Mason choked and threw it to me. I hit a three. And we almost cost us the game when Sam, made that foul, but John Starks choked. We came up big.
Reggie, maybe the difference between this year's team and last year's team, this team never gave up hope during the last portions of this game, even though it looked like you were on the losing end.
Last year, I'm not going to lie, coming in here for the Eastern Conference Final, we didn't think we could win. We feel we can sweep this team. This is for you, Indiana. We're coming back. Yes!